Hello, my name is Alex, and this is Journeys Through Time, my experiences as a business owner and the problems and solutions that I found along the way. If this is the first time you've seen me, please do like and subscribe and watch the journey so far. And if you're coming back, welcome back. This is episode 29. In the last episode, we were looking at webinars as a tool to invite the prospects that you've been adding to your network. And webinars, online webinars, are the equivalent of physical networking, an alternative way to connect and invite them to gain information and to make people offers. So you've got a structure, you've got the messaging that you wish to deliver. So how do you invite them? Well, in the LinkedIn environment, which is where I predominantly operate, I use a thing called LinkedIn events. And it's a very powerful tool because it's very similar to putting in connection requests. It's literally a tick box. And I found that like connection requests, around 50% will just say that they wish to attend your event. So that's really just the first stage. The next one is you want them to actually attend your webinar. And the way to do that is to set up these events as what we call an external an event. So why go through all this trouble? Well, I have mentioned it in previous episodes. The thing is, the contents you build up within a social media platform, as long as you maintain your account, you have all these contacts there, but you don't truly own them. You don't truly own your contacts until you have their contact details that you store within a contact record management system. So it's really important to have one or many is preferred, methods of collecting contact details. And people who attend and register for external events, you can add them to your CRM system. And I'll mention that in a bit more detail in a moment. So you've made this invitation to an event. So the next thing is for every person that ticks the box, you send them a LinkedIn message. And really the most effective version of that is to send a simple and very concise message along the lines of, thank you for showing interest, and then pointing them to a link to your webinar registration page. So it has to be quick and very easy to do, because that next stage is a single page, or a landing page as it's sometimes known, where you're asking for someone's first name and their email address, and provided which webinar tool you use, will record those details and confirm a person's attendance. But the other thing you can do, again, depending on which webinar product you use, is to have a small automation process behind, which just takes the action of either adding or merging someone's contact details to your CRM database. So, by the way, in case you're wondering, this is kind of all the things we work together with Academy clients. So I'm just kind of summarizing what happens with events and messaging. So why use a webinar product? Well, we've briefly touched on one of them. The second one is you need a method of measuring and recording how many people are joining. So how many people are ticking the boxes, how many people are registering. So, and if you don't measure, how do you know whether you're succeeding or not? So we've covered the CRM part of it, but so where else should you be inviting people from? Because as you move on and run multiple events, you start building up, number one, a list of people in your CRM. So that is a secondary place that you can invite. So you can invite people who previously attended, who may wish to gain a different perspective. You can also, and it's recommended, that you record your webinars. This is so that you can, again, measure how your performance was and whether the messaging sounded as you intended. But also to be able to share it people who weren't able to attend, because people do register and don't attend. We all have busy lives and we don't necessarily attend everything we say we're going to attend. So sending people a link to a recording is a good practice. And where you store that, that is also something we advise on. Now, another thing that can really improve webinars is using engagement tools. And that's really just checking in with people who are attending, that they're still there, B, you haven't sent them to sleep. But it's also about testing the quality of your information. And there are generally three ways you can do this. You can invite people to register questions that you can answer at the end of a meeting. You can run a thing called polls, where you can get to the end of a section and just check in with people that they've understood a particular area, and that I find that useful to to see whether the information is hitting home, and also to see if people are leaning one way or another, because if you see that consistently, then that is that's a good piece of feedback that you might wish to adjust your presentations in the future. And at the end of the meetings, when people have departed, you can also send people surveys, and that's also a way to find out whether information resonated. So what else can you do after webinars? Well, you can look at the data. Certain webinar products will give you statistics, how many people registered, how many people showed up, but you can also get products that showed you when they arrived, when they departed, and each of these are tools you can use to check the quality of the information. And the more you do it, the better you will hopefully get, and you'll see the numbers change accordingly. So that's kind of how you invite and what you should do with the information. So next time we'll look at a little more detail of what to do during a webinar. All right, we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.